I think the public will be absolutely stunned.
I tried to spell out a word too, but you can't help it.
The digital images started showing up on our computers.
It's preserving history. I mean, without saving this, it would all deteriorate even more rapidly than it has.
After Dart Media and Entertainment acquired Compass Media, a group of us went down to meet with the Cayman Compass team. We had a great meeting, and then they took us for a tour of the office of the printing press. On our tour, we went upstairs to what they call the attic. And in this room was Ivan Burgess, who I've known for years. And what he was doing was he was using an X-Acto knife and meticulously cutting the pages of Cayman Compass newspaper that goes back to like the early 60s.
Oh. Good morning. My name's Ivan Burgess. I'm the archivist for the Cayman Compass. Well, my job really is credit controller, but I've always been interested in history, particularly Cayman history, and I've always been very interested in looking after the archives, and fortunately when Dart took us over, I was asked to become the archivist.
And we saw this one area that had consistent boxes just down on the shelf, and we were like, well, what's in there? And they said, oh, there's some negatives in here of photos, and they opened these boxes, and we were like, well, how far do these go back? And they're like, same range, 1960s. And they were all categorized and indexed, and they were magical. And we realized at that point in time that this wasn't storage, this was history.
It's hugely important that it's preserved by the Cayman Compass. There's so much interesting history here, which, if lost, will never be found again. It's not available through the National Archive. This is a unique archive, and it's an exceedingly valuable archive, not only in financial terms, but in the historical terms.
Wow, it inspired us to think about a preservation project where we would scan those images and we would share them, not just with the Compass Media team, but with the community, with the country.
The negatives were carefully boxed up and then shipped by Cayman Airways to Los Angeles, where they're being digitalized, and they're now being identified, tagged, which is another fascinating project where you suddenly see three people and you say, well, who are these? How do you find out who they are?
When we started the preservation project, now TimeBack, we didn't understand the magnitude of the undertaking. I think the scanning of the images was the easiest part to get them in digital format. What then happened was the reviewing and identifying of places and people, events, years, to make this a meaningful exhibition and photo album for the Cayman Islands. We created a great task force that are reviewing the images, led by Craig Marin.
The general public, people here will be able to tell those stories. I only know so much by the names and that building and this. It gets its own, it'll become alive when it's posted, and they're gonna feel basically the way I felt. It's gonna take them back. Because you gotta remember now, people there are probably about 10, 15, 20 been now. They're about 50, 60, 70 years old, and they'll see their ancestors there. They'll see their brothers, sisters. Their grandkids will be able to look on those and say, wow, was that you? Not knowing that these photos was basically taken by the Compass photographer and reporter at that time and place. Might be a Pirates Week, early years in Batapinou, a bicycle race somewhere on the Cool Road or on South Song Road, football at the Annex, the footballers back in the day, rugby, cricket at the Cricket Oval.
And one of the reasons why we will be sharing 100 images at a time is because we are going to be selecting those exceptional images with people identified in them and the places to share with the community. And we'll continue to share 100 images on a routine basis.
Cayman has changed a lot in the last 50 years, especially in the last 20 to 30 years. Not only that, a lot of families lost a lot of photos during Hurricane Ave, and that September coming, it'll be 20 years. So what you have, these 100,000 of photos will basically replace and help with that memory, so they could look up and, photographs are memories. Yeah, like I love that.
If you played anything with football, I mean, like these two guys here, they taught me how to kick a football, how to run, every single thing.
It's brought back a lot of memories, these pictures. I mean, we're just looking at one now of Caribbean Club. This was a single-story building with bungalows where people used to stay. And the other lovely picture, again with Caribbean Club, was the 3 housekeepers, all Caymanian ladies, all beautifully dressed in their, I suspect, pink dresses and things, smiling away. And that's history. You'll never repeat it now.
The curation of a digital version of the Cayman Islands through the lens of the Cayman Compass is going to be an incredible gift to the Cayman Islands.
So having this online is going to be huge, huge. As I said, they'll love it. Everybody will love it. Not only on Ireland, but internationally. That's the other thing. Don't forget that researchers from around the world will now be able to access this, and free as well.
It kind of connects culture and history, as I said, and the people, and we are proud of what we have done. Caymanians feel, today that, wow, look at what we had. We don't have it no more, but I think it's still there. It will ignite our true selves and give us some more confidence and hope that, it's still a beautiful place to live and to grow and continue build our generations to come.